In a world where imagination knows no bounds, there lived three adventurous children. Maya, the eldest, was known for her boundless energy. Finn, the middle child, was a dreamer who saw magic in everything. And then there was Theo, the youngest, whose curiosity knew no limits. Now these kids were not your ordinary children. Oh no, they were the Sky Kingdom children, chosen ones destined to protect the balance of the world by keeping the sky clear of clouds. You see, their world had a unique feature. It was suspended between earth and sky, held aloft by a massive tree that reached up to the heavens. This tree had leaves of cloud, which the children could freely manipulate, forming rain when they wanted water and making room for birds to fly through when necessary. One day, while playing in the cloud forest at the edge of their village, the children stumbled upon an ancient kite, its frame crafted from driftwood and its sail patched together with colorful scraps of cloth. As soon as they laid their hands on it, the kite hummed with a sudden burst of energy, lifting the children higher and higher until they found themselves soaring through the limitless expanse of the sky. Below them, the world shrunk into a patchwork quilt of fields, forests, and tiny houses. Above them, the clouds parted to reveal a majestic sight, a kingdom crafted entirely from clouds, complete with shimmering towers, rainbow bridges, and crystal-clear waterfalls. But the beauty of this place was marred by an unsettling sight. Dark, menacing storm monsters were attacking the cloud creatures as fluffy and white as cotton candy, who looked like frightened sheep in the face of the approaching danger. As the children watched, one of the cloud creatures drifted dangerously close to the edge of the kingdom, teetering on the brink of being blown away forever. Without hesitation, Maya, the eldest, grabbed the ropes of the kite, guiding it towards the distressed creature. With gentle tugs, she coaxed it back to safety, earning grateful nods from the relieved creature and the other cloud beings who had gathered around. A regal-looking cloud creature with flowing tendrils for hair stepped forward. "You have shown great kindness to our people," she said, her voice echoing with gratitude. "For that, I, Queen Nimbus, and the Cloud Kingdom offer you our eternal thanks." She explained that their world was in peril. The sky, once a source of life and joy, had become clouded with darkness, threatening to engulf the entire realm in shadows. "We cloud creatures are the keepers of the light," Queen Nimbus continued, "but we've been losing ground lately. These monstrous storms are relentless, and even our combined powers may not be enough to stop them." The Queen's gaze turned pleading. "We need your help, Sky Kingdom children, to restore balance to the skies." The children looked out at the darkening horizon. It was clear the storm monsters were growing stronger. If they didn't act fast, the whole world could be plunged into darkness. "How can we help?" asked Finn, his eyes shining with determination. Queen Nimbus pointed to the magnificent kite floating behind the children. "That wondrous invention is powered by your world's balance, the very essence that keeps the sky clear. We believe it can help us fight back against the encroaching darkness. But you must hurry. The longer you wait, the harder it will be." With a final nod of thanks, the children leaped onto the kite, gripping the ropes tightly as it began to rise. Higher and higher they went until they were right in the thick of the battle. The wind whipped through their hair as they dodged bolts of lightning and plummeted away from thrashing thunderclouds. But amidst the chaos, they saw the reason for the escalating attacks. A massive dark cloud loomed in the distance, far larger than any they'd seen before. Its presence alone seemed to sap the strength from the other clouds, making them darker and heavier. "If we can defeat that main cloud," Maya shouted over the wind, "then the smaller ones should lighten up too." The wind shifted, revealing a clearing. In the distance, the majestic cloud palace shimmered like a beacon of hope. "There has to be something inside there that can help us," Finn yelled back, adjusting his grip on the kite's tail, and so they headed straight for it. As they neared the palace, the storm outside seemed to intensify, as if the very sky was testing their resolve. Bolts of lightning crackled closer, shaking the very core of the kite. But just when it seemed like the darkness might overpower them, a blinding flash illuminated a pathway leading directly to the palace. Relief washed over them as they followed the path, emerging safely inside the cloud palace. Inside, however, the atmosphere was far from comforting. The walls rumbled ominously, and shadowy figures seemed to writhe in the darkness. As their eyes adjusted to the gloom, they realized that these were the smaller storm clouds, now taking on monstrous forms. Then from the shadows, a voice boomed, "So the Sky Kingdom children have come to save the day. How adorable!" The clouds parted slightly, revealing a small yet intense figure with features as sharp and angular as a jagged rock. "Who are you?" Maya demanded, her voice echoing through the vast space. "I am Umbra," the figure replied, his tone dripping with disdain. "And I am here to put an end to your so-called balance. With this world shrouded in darkness, true power will be mine." As he spoke, more and more storm clouds surged forward, blocking the children's path to the exit. They were trapped. Suddenly, a soft glow emanated from the ancient kite, revealing a crystal pendant hidden within its frame. As the children watched, mesmerized, the pendant began to hum, its light growing brighter and brighter until it filled the entire room with a brilliant radiance. The light was blinding, forcing Umbra and his clouds to recoil. When it faded, the room was silent, the menacing clouds now mere wisps of their former selves. And Umbra? He was gone, vanished, as if he'd never been there at all. Outside, the children could hear the delighted cheers of the cloud creatures. The sky was slowly beginning to lighten, revealing a world bathed in the warm glow of sunlight once more. The queen rushed forward, her face etched with worry. "Are you all right?" she asked, her voice trembling. "And did you find a way to stop the darkness?" The children nodded, their faces beaming with excitement. They showed the queen the pendant, which now pulsed with a soft, steady light. "This," Maya said, "is the heart of the balance. It'll keep the sky clear and protect your kingdom." The queen's face broke into a radiant smile. "Oh, how wonderful! With this we shall be safe once more." The cloud creatures swarmed around the children, showering them with thanks and admiration. For days they feasted and celebrated, and the children learned about the amazing world of the clouds. They played on cloud swings that soared through the air currents, slid down rainbow waterfalls, and raced each other across the shimmering bridges that connected the various parts of the kingdom. Finally, the time came for the children to return home. As they prepared to leave, Queen Nimbus presented them with gifts, beautiful cloud amulets that would allow them to call upon the cloud creatures for help whenever they needed it. With a heavy heart, but newfound determination, the children climbed onto their kite, waving goodbye to their new friends. As they ascended, the crystal pendant glowed brightly, sending a message back to the Cloud Kingdom, promising that they would return again soon. Back in their own world, the children felt a sense of responsibility settle upon them. They knew that their adventures were just beginning. The world, with its balance of light and dark, depended on them. The ancient kite, now pulsing with celestial energy, hung in Maya's house, a constant reminder of their destiny. The children trained, learning to control the wind and harness the power of the sun and moon. They studied maps, learning about the intricate pathways of the sky and the creatures that inhabited it. And whenever they felt overwhelmed, they looked to the cloud amulets around their necks, remembering the bravery and kindness they'd shown on their journey. For the Sky Kingdom children were not just ordinary kids. They were the protectors of balance, the heroes of the ever-changing sky, and their adventures were far from over.